Hi, everybody. I'm Shonda Miles. I'm a business consultant, business coach. I want to talk to you about one way that you can become better at sales. One way you can become better at sales. One way that you can become better at sales is study kids or watch your kids. If you have kids or grandkids, watch your kids or grandkids. If it's your kids, just watch what they do to you. If it's grandkids, watch what they do to their parents. The easy one way to become better at sales is study kids. Watch how they do. They come in and they ask you for something and you say no. And so no means no, right? But what you'll notice if you watch a kid, if you study a kid, his behavior, his or her behavior, he will come back and ask you again. As if you didn't already say no. And then if you watch them, they will come back again like an attorney or a lawyer, and they will build a case. They will say, okay, this is why I think I should get it. This is why I should get it. This is XYZ. They just go down the list. If you say no, they still don't back down. They might wait 2 or 3 hours and come back and ask you again. The next day they might say, okay, what do I have to do to get X? They will wear you down. You will want to give them whatever they're asking for. And I think we need to be cognizant of the fact that just like our kids ask us over and over again, we should be thinking about how can we implement that in our business? Have we followed up with people who told us no? Have we followed up? You watch kids. They listen to us. They listen to our objections. They come back with a case. We say no because this, whatever our argument is, and they walk off. They say okay, they walk off. They go build their case. They're observing you. You don't even know it. They're watching your body language. They're trying to figure out, okay, do I have, am I almost in there? Do I have to just ask a few more times? Kids, they're watching everything. They're watching our body language. They listen to the words that we're saying. They listen to the words we're not saying. We can become better salespeople by watching our kids. They're thinking about the facts and the arguments. They're trying to figure out, okay, how do I get her or him to say yes? They figured it out. They just keep asking. They go build a case. They come back and say, okay, well, you said this. What about this? You said this. I think this. Or they're just asking you questions. They're talking to you. They're listening. And so we have forgotten this very key skill is that they're watching us. They're looking at they're looking at our body language. They're listening with empathy. They're trying to understand, why do we say no? First of all, they're asking us multiple times, right? And we don't do that out of fear. They're asking us multiple times. They're listening, they're observing, they're watching our body language to see, are we about to give in, or is it going to take a few more times? They listen to our objections. They go build a case. They come back and they ask us again. We look around to something that we said no to, that we thought was unreasonable, that we would never do, that we never give into. And then now, a day later, or 2 days later, or a few hours later, we're saying yes to our kids. It's a lesson that we can learn if we want to become better salespeople. We can just watch our kids, how they do things, how they try to get their way, how they get their way with us. And we can implement those same things with our customers. We can just follow up when they say no. After they say no, we can set it up in our system to follow up. We can listen to their objections and have rebuttals in the future. When someone else says this, I'm going to say this. Or I can answer the objection in the presentation, or when I'm asking questions, I can answer that question, that I already know is going to come up. But we don't do that. We can learn a lot from kids about how to sell better. So what can you learn from your kid? Think about what you can learn from your kid. Do you need to be a better listener? Do you need to have more empathy? Do you need to watch the body language? Did you miss the words that weren't said? Are you prepared? Do you know your product and service inside and out? Do you believe what you're saying? So just some questions to be asking ourselves when we're in a sales situation and we haven't done the work. We have taken a no as no, and we've let that customer go. And we don't realize that if we had persisted, if we had followed up, if we had a rebuttal ready, We had a response already ready. We could have turned that customer from a no to a yes, but we gave up too quick. We gave up too quick, and our kids are persistent. You give me a child, you see persistence. Over and over again, you see a kid, they don't give up. If they want something, they don't give up. So what can we learn from our kids?